you.
Thank you.
Cheers. See ya. All right, so this morning I woke up. Tom had his check-in photos to me right on time, which is brilliant. We got them at about... Oh, do I want to take the highway? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Got them about... about 5 a.m. and the plan had worked pretty well, perfectly, I would say. What I had anticipated to happen had happened, which is the main thing, is that the spill from Wednesday, Thursday had come down, water had depleted, he'd sweat out a lot overnight, gone to the bathroom a lot overnight. His weight came back down to about 93 with plenty of bowel movements still in his stomach. So I think projection-wise, I'd said that it would be pretty close to a 92.5 on an empty stomach. But yeah, there's probably a little bit more backed up in there, which just didn't come out, which is okay. He said he's not feeling any discomfort or vacuum issues. His photos came in, he looked crisper, harder, his quads were way more detailed, hamstrings were way less watery. So we'll drip feed some food today, minimal water, do some walking around, some posing, some hard posing sessions. And then we've got plenty of pumping up to do, probably about a half hour to an hour before we get on stage. So he's going to be ready, which is good. I think the other part too is that seeing him in person will be making a big difference, because there's nothing he's done wrong, but the lighting in his room compared to when I always see him at the gym are two different things. So it's always the joys of online coaching, is what the best quality you can get from the client or athlete in regards to check-in photos, because eventually it will impact detail, especially the level of condition these guys get to. So we'll have a look when we get there. He's got his top coat on at 6:30, so we'll probably get down there as he's finishing up, and then we'll make all the decisions from there. The way it's going to try and work today is we'll get a lot of phone footage. So if you do notice the quality changes across the day, it's probably why, because we do need to get some photos of Tom, videos of Tom, but we can't bring the cameras into the venue, so that'll probably be our point then to change things up. We'll grab a camera, check over Tom, put the camera back, sort of thing, just so we don't get ourselves kicked out. So no camera in the venue, but we'll try and grab some shots of him outside and then swap it to phone stuff as well where we can. But yeah, so far everything's gone to plan, which is good. It's nice to see the sort of it mapped out how we wanted it to. Food choices are today pretty simple. He's got rices, isolate, like whey powder, things like honey or some fruit, and then like rice cakes and some nut spreads. So very simple carb sources, very simple hydration protocols. He's got 250 mils of hot coffee this morning. Just try and get things moving, get the stomach opened up, and just get them some, use the heat to get some vasodilation. We've got probably 250 mils more, but by the time he finishes, I think about 10 o'clock, I think by the show started, I wanted that in. And then we'll just be drip feeding 150, 200 mils across the day as we need to. So it's all mapped out and all planned out well. Already got some great feedback for Tom for future shows. I always like to try and level up and reflect very quickly on the seasons as they happen. So we got some feedback from him literally in real time as stuff was happening, which is always great. So I can improve things even better. Not many coaches, I think, go to the detail in terms of like the way that I do my documents, which is not a dig on any other coach, just simply like I like to have stuff systemized and mapped out so a client knows exactly what to do each day. And we can probably stand to improve that even further and have things like exactly what times stuff is to happen. So it is hard in a peak week when things don't go to plan, times change, tanning times change to get disrupted, traffic flows, stuff like that. But yeah, I think just some extra additions that we can add to our process to make things even smoother for the athlete, reduces as much friction as possible, make things as simple as possible, and then just allow stress to de-escalate, alleviate, and let the best look on stage come out. So literally feedback already. We've got a whole other show after this one to use, and I'll make those changes, and then improvements that'll go into Pete and Amy's season coming into season B for the middle of the year. So all is well. Now we just get to go watch some sweaty, greasy, tanned up, oily men get naked and pose for us. So yeah, go team. So just had a look over Tom. He's got his top coat now sorted. Just gonna let him dry out. First meal's going in, which is gonna be some rice, a little bit of fruit, a little bit of honey, and a little bit of whey protein, salt, all that jazz. And I'm gonna let that just sort of digest and relax a little bit. Do some light moving around, some light posing soon, just get it to do its job. We'll pump up across the day as we need to. Probably do another couple rounds of posing at least, and then we've got probably about an hour out. We'll start just like micro dosing some pump up, so just getting food to move and do its job and pump to where it wants to go. Start getting more vascular filled up. But yeah, for right now, he's got a good meal in. There's some meals to have after that as well. Water will start going back in as well. I think he had 250 mils from coffee this morning. He'll have another 250 mils, and yeah, we'll be good to go to let it all happen. So everyone's getting their tans done now. We're here pretty early. We'll go inside, get a seat and all that sort of stuff, and then yeah, I'll go backstage and check on Tom.
Riley White. Hey, Tom.
Go, Tom!
Quarter turn to the right. Quarter turn to the right.
Go, Tom!
Quarter turn to the right. Base front. Thank you, gentlemen. Just off to your diagonal, please. 24.
Yeah, good eye!
27.
Go, Tom!
That's it.
Back here, Tom!
27-24, swap places.
Woo! Nice, Tom!
11-13, swap places. Front double bicep.
Well, Dust. On.
Nice, Tom! Quads on! Quads on!
Side chest.
Nice, Tom! Glutes!
Glutes.
Glutes on, Tom! Nice!
Back double bicep.
Watch that. Your cut.
Go, Tommy! Bring up glutes! Glutes!
Have a look.
Abs apart.
This is yours, Tom.
Nice.
Yes. Woo! Nice, Tom.
Have a look. 26.
24.
27-13, swap places.
That's it, Riley.
26 and 11, swap
Here we
places.
are.
Front double bicep.
Plastic glass. Thanks.
Bring it, Tom.
Here we are. Yes, Gus.
Yes, 24. Back in.
All day, mate.
Side chest.
Nice, Tom. Glutes.
That's it, Tom.
Back double bicep.
Here we are. Here we go, Gus. Put it to him. This is yours.
Yes.
Face front. Abs and thigh.
This is yours, Tom.
Knock it out. Yes, Gus.
Yes. Number 24.
There it is.
Relax.
Nice.
13-26, swap places. Favourite classical pose.
This is yours, Tom. Nice. Let's go, 24. Sorry.
Relax. Front double bicep.
Is it Gus? Yes.
Go, 24. Let's go, Tom. Back in.
Side chest.
Glutes on, Tom.
Back double
That's
bicep.
it.
Go, Gus.
That's it, Tom. Drop down.
Abs and thigh.
Yes, 24.
Favourite classical pose.
Hit it and hold it.
Go, Tom.
Hold that, Gus. Hold it.
Yes.
Relax.
Go, 24.
13-27, swap places. Ab and thigh.
Yes, Tom. Back in.
Your favourite classical pose.
Hit it. Hold it. Hold it.
Nice, Tom.
Hold.
Relax. Thank you, gentlemen. Go back to your diagonal.
Nice, Tom. Glutes. Yes. Back in. Yeah. Yes. Woo!
Let's go, Tom.
Woo! Go,
Quarter turn to
24.
the right.
Very stacked class.
Quarter turn to the right.
Tommy.
Quarter turn to the right.
Glutes on.
That's it, Tom.
Face front. Gentlemen, just quarter turn to the right.
Go Tom, go Chris.
Quarter turn to the right. Quarter turn to the right.
Glutes on Tom. Glutes Tom.
Face front. Thank you, gentlemen. Just move over to your diagonal, please. 37,
Go Tom.
40.
Yeah Tom.
37.
Keep those quads on Tom.
That's it, Tom.
Bring those lats out.
24, 37. Swap places. 37 and 40. Swap places.
Hold on, Carl.
Go Tommy.
Front row bicep.
Yeah Tom. Good vacuum.
Front lat spread.
Go Tom, bring it. Nice. Keep those quads on.
Side chest.
Keep them glutes on. Glutes, Tommy. Yes.
That's it, Tom. Hold him.
Back double bicep.
Let's go, Chris.
Nice, Tom.
That's it.
Drop
Back lat
down.
spread.
Good job, Tom. Drop down a bit.
That's it.
Side tricep.
This is your shot, Tom. Nice, Tom. Woo!
Your favourite, most muscular.
Go, Tom. Yes. Go 24.
There you go. Nice and steady.
Relax. Thank you, gentlemen. Go back to your
Woo!
diagonal.
Go, Tommy.
Quarter turn to the right.
Glutes on, Tom. Keep them glutes on.
Quarter turn to the right. Quarter turn to the right.
Glutes on, Tom.
Face front. Thank you, gentlemen. Just move off to your diagonal. 37,
Hey, you in.
Yeah, 24.
43.
Keep that vacuum.
Let's go, Tom.
Keep those lats out. That's it. Yes, Tom.
40 and 24. Swap places.
Hold on, Carl.
Great job,
Front
Tom.
double bicep.
Hold it.
Nice, Tom. Bring those lats forward.
Front lat spread.
That's it.
That's it, Tom.
Keep that waist. Yes, Tom.
Side chest.
This is your shot. Glutes on. That's it.
Abs and thigh. Your favourite
Good.
muscular.
Bring it top. Yes. Yes. Woo!
Thank you, gentlemen. Get back to your drive.
Yeah, Tommy.
All right, so let's say a pretty successful day for our first trial of the season. Tom came. We got 4 divisions over the day. We made 3 first call-outs. I believe one of which was a 4th place. So I think it was very competitive for that top 3, to be honest. And that's all given us some good insights, some good data for next week. Loading worked well, food timing worked well. If anything, the show was more on time than actually expected, and the classes were a little bit smaller. So men's physique was nowhere near as busy as what I was anticipating. So because of that, the day actually moved a lot faster in the morning. So if anything, probably just be moving the water and food about an hour forward. Otherwise, everything went kind of as expected and predicted. It was within range of my predicted weight that I thought he would hit, and still had plenty of his guts to kind of clear out. So didn't really do any massive waste removal this week, this morning, which would have flattened him out a little bit further as well. But it didn't impact his ability to vacuum a pose, so no big stress. But yeah, so a lot of data to take away for this coming week. What did we get? So dryness, hardness, posing rounds, all that sort of like really tightened up as the day went on, which I kind of expected it to. We'll probably try and move the intensity of posing a little bit earlier. Try and get really hard posing in before Classic, just so he brought the condition even more for bodybuilding. We probably could have brought to Classic, it would have helped out. So that'll just be the one thing I'll probably move forward, is just timings and the intensity of posing pump-ups before we get started. But we couldn't really know that the show was going to be that small in the physique categories. Usually physique is quite busy, so it's about the main takeaway we'll get. The national show is next Sunday now. We thought originally it was a 2-day show, but it looks like now it's all merged into 1 day, so it gives us an extra day to really dig out this week. Plan going forward from here is to just to deplete as much as possible. He'll have a free meal tonight, relax a little bit, and then as of tomorrow, it'll just basically be high protein, high fats, and veg, all the way through until Wednesday, and then we'll start topping up Thursday, Friday. So luckily he's got the week off work. He's going to go through hell. He's going to be very tired, very flat, but we'll redeplete again, run the same sort of program that we did. Everything else, in my opinion, worked to a T. But yeah, now we've got the extra day in there to really just dig him out. And we should probably pull down another good kilo or so before, before we start to fill back up. So probably expecting closer to like a 92.5, 91 even, and see what the body looks like when he's just that extra bit crispy. I think that really did him some, as he got harder, did him some favors. So I want to see that bodybuilding condition that he brought, that hardness, and bring that into classic physique. So we'll see. All right, so we are in the post-comp deliberation phase now. Obviously, everything today went basically perfectly as it needed to, in my opinions. Given the feedback from Tom on some things he'd like a bit more clarity on for next week, we'll make those adjustments as we need to. Now, given that the show day is on Sunday, what we do now is basically re-establish the next show day, which is obviously the Sunday, and then work back from there as to how we want the week to look. So there's not a lot that we can do in 7-8 days, but there is also a lot that we can do in 7 or 8 days. So what we're looking at here is what can be done between Sunday to Wednesday as he flies down Thursday. We fly down Friday morning. But there's a lot that can happen in the space of these probably next 4 days. So one of the things that we've done is given him, We've given him his cardio. We've taken cardio off. We've taken steps down. But Tom now has the next week off, so we can dig a little bit harder to try and drive some further fat loss. He's going to have a free meal tonight, which should replenish some glycogen, so he's a little bit more refueled. So we do have the room to drive just a little bit more. I reckon we could probably pull another kilo or two off and really just flatten out the physique as much as possible and just get it as lean as we possibly can, and then just pop it with a big carb day upon arrival in Melbourne. Probably Friday, which then gives us maybe like a moderate fill-in Thursday, a big one Friday, and that gives us a good Saturday clearance day, Sunday show day. So everything structure-wise, I'm quite happy with it. I think we run the same thing. It's then up to us as to what the rest of that looks like. But yeah, I think data-wise, yeah, everything's going to be pretty sweet, and I think we're in a very good position here to just get a little bit leaner and bring out that crispness that he had by the end of bodybuilding to the start of classic physique, and I think that'll do absolute wonders for what we're trying to do. So I'm going to let a time lapse go here. I've also got some show day videos of Tom's to review and go through, so this will probably just keep running in the background whilst we are going through it. But yeah, pretty much happy with how things went, and shall be making the adjustments that I need to make for the guy over the next sort of hour. Alrighty, so keeping you up to date for Tom's Peak Weeks vlog. We're going to get a lot of content down in Melbourne just to stay on top of how things are traveling, how they've gone, how they went, what's happening. Try and get as much behind the scenes as possible, because we'll be bunking together, so more morning of looks, more refeed looks, things like that. Let's see how the body's responding, but yeah, he definitely hit his limit, mentally, physiologically, psychologically. The body was just we're pulling up stumps. 4 days of depletion done from Sunday through to today. Today had no carbs still, but had a drastic increase in fats. So main reason we're doing that, just to give you a bit of an insight of like my theoretical approach, is that it's not just about loading carbohydrates. What we're trying to do is, if we load too many carbs, the body can't digest them or uptake them properly, or it simply is too much carbohydrate or intracellular glycogen than what we need, we're going to spill over, and we're going to run the risk of losing the look. And so rather than just simply throwing more carbs at it and just hoping it sticks, because Tom is quite carb sensitive, he responds very quickly to not very many carbs. He can eat a lot of carbs, but when it comes to controlling his look for stage and peaking it, he doesn't need a lot of carbohydrates to get the look out. But at the same time, if we only use quick digestible carbs, which is usually what we do in peak week, he also runs the risk of losing the look the day after. So what we found last week worked quite well is a day between the final carb day and show day gives us a chance to hold the look but dry out a little bit further and really try and bring the look out without spilling the body too much, and sort of just titrating the intake to match his digestion, so we don't run the risk of losing his depth of vacuum, the tightness of his waist, the control of his abdominals, and also just the look of his overall shot. So the reason why we do fats the day before the carb load is the muscle itself still has room for triglyceride loading. So you still have room for fats to be inside the muscle cell for fuel and energy, but also just a degree of there's capacity inside the muscle cell for that fullness. So you can increase triglyceride storage inside the muscle, just like you can with carbohydrates, but it's not anywhere near as dense. So that's not the main reason why we do it. It's a part of it. What we do and the main thing we're trying to do here is A, lubricate the intestinal tract. It's going to improve digestion. It's going to prime the body to enhance digestibility because we're going to increase bile production and try to maximize the digestibility of those fats. But also, fats tend to slow down the digestive process. So using a mixture of both liquid and solid fat sources, so things like olive oils, as well as things like nut spreads, as well as things like eggs and avocados and red meats, like saturated fats sources, we're going to slow and decrease the digestibility rate of the overall process. So it means we're able to hold that fullness look for just a little bit longer without requiring many more carbohydrates. So I find that with someone like Tom, having the fats pre-carbohydrate load after coming off a heavy depletion, it means that we're going to hold the look that we do achieve, but it's going to be nowhere near as spilled over because we won't require as many carbs to fill up. Given that this is the final show, the big meal, the big refeed, the big free meal after the show, the big congratulations celebratory meal, that's going to come regardless, right? We're not chasing. One of the mistakes people make in peak week is they're trying to replicate or offset satiety with the carb loading. Now, in previous shows, Tom has done upwards of 3,000 carbs over 3 days, and we really pushed the fullness of his look. In this strategy, in this plan, this approach, we're coming in a lot tighter, but we're coming in at a lot more of a insulin sensitive response, and he seems to be responding to a lot less carbohydrates, and the fats are enabling us to hold the look a little bit longer. So he doesn't need as much food, he doesn't need as much glycogen, and he doesn't need as much like overall calorie intake to get that fullness look back to his body. So he was quite rejuvenated in his overall appearance. I think we did 1,100 carbs over 2.5 days. So it wasn't really like he was needing a lot of food, which is a good thing. It's gonna keep him tight, but it keeps that conditioned look and also allows the body to pop. So mixing that slow digestibility of fats today, I think he had about 110 grams of fat. And then as of tomorrow, we'll be pulling the fats back down. One of the things we also did was increase protein over the last 4 days. So during the depletion phase, protein we pushed up to 300 grams and really just tried to maximize the thermogenic effect of food. Protein is quite thermogenic to process and digest. Also, again, a little bit slower. It's a bit more satiating, so it's a bit fuller to go through this very aggressive process. So total energy exchange, carbohydrates were brought down a little bit more. So the energy intake was definitely dropped, but we offset it with a bit more protein to retain as much muscle tissue as possible. So today, protein, fats, quite high. Carbs, extremely low. Tomorrow, we bring carbohydrates right up, fats back down to normal, protein back down to normal. We'll run the same thing Friday, and then Saturday is more of a hold look. So it could be 3 to 4 meals, it could be 5 meals. It all depends on how his body's responding. I'll make that meal plan adjustment as I see it. But for now, everything is running quite smoothly, and the fats are definitely doing the job. We hit a peak week low this morning of 92.25, and I think had his bowels have emptied a little bit clearer, we probably would have chased 91.8, 91.9, and it just would have been even flatter. So be interesting to see what he weighs in tomorrow morning with the fats going back up today. But yeah, now we start the refill process. Carbohydrates go in tomorrow and Friday, and then we start the whole water manipulation strategy, sodium strategy come Saturday. So everything else is running quite smoothly. We're definitely in an even better position. He's a lot harder, crispier, a lot tighter already. And the strategy so far, as everything is going, is to move the whole day forward by about an hour, just to match up timelines and make sure that he's even more pumped. We're only doing 2 divisions this week. So I want to make sure that instead of getting harder across the day, that we are primed and ready to go on stage from the first division. So that's going to be the main process for us, for him. So yeah. That's pretty much where it is, tracking nicely, just a little bit of an update as to why we're doing the things we're doing, and yeah. Yeah, there you go, good. Yeah. Like you look thick when you come back, but you really narrow off when you do it. just because I want to see your stomach on that one. Can you get on that light? Because your stomach was fucking hard.
Under it.
Oh, like that. Like could be there. I'm just trying to get the frontal light on your abdomen. Get it. Can you see how paper thin your skin looks?
Mm.
Was that painful? The only thing is that like your quads really turned on? Or is it just like you just kind of, okay, that's not fair. Shoulders lighten up like crazy. Yeah, okay, good. You have erector veins. Erection veins.
Fuck's sake.
It's gonna make Tom laugh a little bit.
Stop.
Like that, yeah. That's really good. Yeah. Do you like the idea of bringing your quad around to show it off or no?
No, not that one.
Not that one? I mean, that's...
It looks good though.
Alright, so show day morning. We've already done a look over of Tom. His first meal's gone in, he's just gone out to get his tan to get the top coat done. We'll head back shortly to be with him, look over him. Go be pumping in a few extra heavy rounds of posing because he's only got two divisions today. So I want him to be nice and crisp as he gets on stage, not as he's on stage already. So we'll get some solid rounds of posing in, keep him as warm as possible until the last minute. It is very cold down here for bodybuilding, so with how responsive he is to the weather and how beneficial the sun was last time to open him up, I'm going to try and induce heat as much as we can to enhance vascularity and blood flow. Pushing an extra meal today, just push a little bit more fullness. And try and get the body to pop a little bit more and harden that out with posing, then a really good pump up. So we'll head back soon. I think his top coat is about 8 or 10 people away. He's had about 500 mils of water now. Had a hot coffee this morning. I'll probably grab him another one a little bit later just to push the heat. Try and keep him elevated. And yeah, we'll probably get videos around today. Again, we can't take the camera any closer than we have, so we'll probably just use the phone where we can and go from there. Otherwise, we'll probably chat at the end of the day after Tom is fed. Get some videos in between.
Thank you, Tom. Ladies, Ewan Mitchell and Vasilios Grinos.
Yeah.
On the right. Thomas Luke, Tom!
I don't think you can hear.
172, 58 swap places. 53 and 60 swap places. 59, 37 swap places.
Yeah, Tommy!
Go, Tom!
58, 53 swap places.
Stop! There we go.
There it is. Open up. Yeah, good.
We might have second here, actually. I reckon they'll move him.
Go wide, Tom. Pull the shoulders around.
Abs and thigh.
There it is. On the legs.
Yeah, Tommy!
Nice, Tom. Nice and hard.
Side tricep.
I think he might be second.
Glutes, Tom.
Glutes on, Tom!
Favourite most muscular.
Yeah, nice, Tommy.
Nice, Tom!
Nice and full.
Next, ladies and gentlemen, may all these
Probably like first time is in IFBB. He's actually like an NBC. Yeah. He's actually like a NABA pro.
We're not up to the open yet. You all did really well, and huge win, all improved since the stage show. Who are your favourite opponents?
That's good.
Go, Tom!
All right. What's up, YouTube? All right, guys. So it is Monday here, the day after Nationals. Tom left bright and early this morning. I think he had like the 8 o'clock flight out. So just a wrap up for how it all went. So I guess from show day, we've got a little bit of content, I think it was, and we'll have a fair bit of stuff just from mobile behind the scenes. But Classic was an interesting situation. Tom got rushed on stage for some reason, which frazzled him quite a bit. It was, I don't know if there was a cancellation in competitors on stage or something like that, but it basically put him on stage right to the outside of the line. Just didn't really give him a chance to be in front of the judges with his conditioning. With second call-outs, he was well and truly a class above what second call-outs was. So I'm not sure how it happened, but the process kind of corrected itself, I guess. Looks wise, we tightened up in the morning, made some adjustments, like some real time on the fly adjustments as they needed to. His body was still a little bit like watery first thing in the morning, but as intended, we loaded a bit harder with larger meals early on to really try and feel like the physique can dry up as we need to. And I really pushed him to pose with each meal. So the way his body responded this time was actually quite good. It was quite full for what we wanted, and it got harder and harder as we posed. So the posing and then a solid pump up backstage really gave us a chance for his physique to pop. And then we just hardened out a little bit more between classic physique and bodybuilding. So we ended up putting in just a little bit more rice cake, dry food, a bit more sodium, soak up the fluid. Had about another quarter liter of water from classic physique to bodybuilding, just again to push things around. Sodium, carbohydrates, water, everything you need for a show day pump up. And then by the time he got out on stage, he was in the best condition that he needed to be in. So the bodybuilding category, he placed even higher this week, which is fantastic. So everything kind of went to plan. He ended up placing third in his division at the national level, which is unreal, and a big step up from where we finished last week. So all in all, it goes to show what can be done with a very precise week, even though a week isn't a long time. The approach and the process proved its worth, the system proved its worth, and our approach to the week obviously paid off. The plan, the strategy all paid off, which there's not a lot that you can do in bodybuilding as a coach when it comes to comparatively to plays in different sports. So having a strategy that does reflect the result is always quite rewarding, and it was just good to see Tom get something that he deserved. In my opinion, I could have had him third last week, I could have had him fourth last week, it didn't really matter. But this week, to actually see him walk away with a medal at this point in his career, I think it's still pretty good to see. There really is not many people who will walk away with medals in bodybuilding in the IFBB. So to actually walk away with that is quite good. So now we're just kind of wrapping up here. We've got got to get lunch, meals, and that sort of thing. Got check-ins to do, client work to do. I was literally back in front of the camera last night. We went out for a really nice post-show dinner and just catch up with some old clients down here. Went to some Cheeky Walker's Donuts, so Tom got his fix of that. Unfortunately, the cookie place we wanted to try wasn't actually open, so Melbourne's got to up their cookie game. I don't know what happened there, but the cookie joint that we went to last time we were down here is closed, so losers. But yeah, so now today it's just back to normality. Getting on with my training, nutrition, getting everything back on track. Got regular client check-ins to do. Had check-ins and updates to do last night, so that I wasn't behind the ball this morning. And yeah, we will be flying out of here nice and late tonight, actually. I thought there'd be more to do in Melbourne with a full day, but having to get check-ins and that sort of stuff done, it's not really going to be very travel-y. So yeah, it turns out maybe the later flight wasn't the best idea, but we'll cross that bridge. Anyway, that's it for Nationals Season A. Fantastically managed to walk away with a medal for Tom, which is brilliant. it was arguably the most precise, systemized, structured peak week prep that I'd run thus far, and I think it paid off quite well. So I controlled a lot for each day of Tom's prep in peak week, and I think it paid off quite well with how we landed, how we peaked. Took the feedback, the reviews from last weekend, and pretty much made modifications straight away, given we only have a week. And really moved things forward, got more precise with things, basically shifted his whole day about 2 hours forward to make sure that, well, by the time the day finished last weekend, he was as hard as nails and exactly where I wanted to be, which is not a bad thing. Showed that the strategy was all correct. It just had to be moved forward a little bit earlier. So moving the timeline up, modifying some of the food selections, modifying some of the load selections, all sort of paid off. So yeah, real-time feedback in action this week that, yeah, I think paid dividends in Tom's physique and where it landed on stage. So all in all, it was good. Like, the hard work paid off. And I'll probably sleep like a baby tonight and not be stressing and worried about every minute detail until 1 a.m. in the morning. It is hard for me to sleep without asking if I've covered every single variable possible for a club for a show. So that will hopefully ease off and I can actually go to bed. Yeah, that's that. Routine. Break.